Today, we're diving into the life of America's 31st president, Herbert Hoover. Now, when you hear his name, the Great Depression probably springs to mind, and for good reason. But there's so much more to his story than just that one monumental crisis. He was a man of incredible contrasts and a life packed with adventure, success, and profound challenges. So, let's peel back the layers and uncover some fascinating facts about the man behind the presidency. Did you know that Herbert Hoover was an orphan? Born in a tiny cottage in West Branch, Iowa in 1874, his life took a tragic turn early on. His father passed away when he was just 6, and his mother died only 3 years later. Young Herbert was then sent to live with relatives in Oregon. This difficult start didn't hold him back, though. It might have even forged the resilience and self-reliance that would define his entire career. He became one of the first students to enroll at the brand new Stanford University in 1891, where he studied geology and, believe it or not, worked his way through school by running a laundry service and a lecture agency for his fellow students. Talk about an entrepreneurial spirit. After graduating, Hoover didn't go into politics. Instead, he became a globe-trotting mining engineer. His work took him all over the world, from the gold fields of Western Australia to the mines of China. In fact, he was in China during the Boxer Rebellion in 1900. While his wife, Lou Henry Hoover, volunteered as a nurse, Herbert helped organize defenses for the foreign community in Tianjin and even risked his own safety to rescue children. His expertise in locating valuable mineral deposits made him a multimillionaire by the age of 40. He was a self-made man in every sense of the word, a true American success story long before he ever considered running for public office. Hoover's international reputation truly soared during World War I. He wasn't a soldier, but his contribution was just as vital. He was appointed to lead the Commission for Relief in Belgium, a massive humanitarian effort to feed millions of civilians trapped behind German lines. His logistical genius and tireless fundraising saved an entire nation from starvation. When the U.S. entered the war, President Wilson put him in charge of the U.S. Food Administration. His slogan was "Food will win the war," and he organized voluntary campaigns like Meatless Mondays and Wheatless Wednesdays to conserve resources for the troops. He became known around the world as the Great Humanitarian. This incredible reputation for competence and compassion is what propelled him to the presidency in 1928. He won in a landslide, promising a chicken in every pot. But just 7 months into his term, the stock market crashed, plunging the country into the Great Depression. Hoover believed in what he called rugged individualism and was initially hesitant to use massive federal intervention, fearing it would create dependency. He encouraged private charity and local government action, but the crisis was just too vast. He did eventually start large-scale public works projects like the Hoover Dam, but for many suffering Americans, it felt like too little, too late. The shanty towns that sprang up were bitterly nicknamed Hoovervilles, forever linking his name to the era's hardship. Despite the shadow of the Depression, Hoover lived a long and productive life. After leaving the White House, he wrote over 40 books and was called back to public service by Presidents Truman and Eisenhower to help reorganize the executive branch and lead famine relief efforts. After World War II, once again using his skills to feed millions, he passed away in 1960 at the age of 90. Herbert Hoover's story is a complex one: a brilliant engineer, a great humanitarian, and a president overwhelmed by an economic catastrophe. His life reminds us that history is rarely simple and that people are often more multifaceted than the single event they most remembered for. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history. Let me know in the comments which historical figure you'd like to learn about next. See you in the next video.